Hello everybody, Joe here. Welcome to the channel. So today's workout, we've got a full body workout. We've got 4 different exercises and we're gonna do them 20 reps each, and we're gonna do 4 sets of everything. So we're gonna start here with the 1 pumps. For the 1 pumps, as you can see, I'm doing the ab smash and the toe touch. I'd like to vary it up. Sometimes I do one, sometimes I do the other, sometimes I do both. Sometimes I do the rocking chair style burpee, sometimes I include the hop. It's a little bit different every time, but I just kind of like to keep it a little different every time. That way you're not doing the exact same thing and you're getting bored of it after a while. I also find that doing the ab smash and the toe touch like that tends to pace yourself. So you obviously can't do it too quick if you're doing both. And I just find doing this at a steady pace is a great way to pace yourself if you're doing multiple reps, and sometimes if you're doing them for 10, 20, 30 an hour or whatnot. So the first exercise here is going to be the 1 pump burpee. And the next one is going to be squats. So we're going to do 21 pumps, 20 squats, 20 bodybuilders, 20 lunges, and then again we're going to repeat that for 4 sets. So we're coming up to the finish of the 1 pumps, and we're going to go right into the squats. So you'll see when I do the squats, I'm going to kind of do them from different angles. That way you can see where my knees are, where my hips are going, where my butt is going, and then my form in general, because your form is very important on these. As you can see, doing the push-up right there, my elbows are kind of coming out at a 45-degree angle. I used to have my elbows come in right into my sides, but I found that after doing that for a couple of years or so, it started to sort of bother my shoulders. So I go out at a 45-degree angle now. So this here, as you can see, my knee is staying above or at least behind a little bit the toe. So I don't have my knee going, way over my toes. I try to keep it above like the center line of my foot. And again, my butt is going to come down and back, and I'm going to be sitting down into a parallel, so my upper legs are going parallel to the floor. Your thighs, I guess you'd say that your thighs are going parallel to the floor, just like sitting on a toilet. So this one is going to be the bodybuilder. So this is one of my all-time favorite exercises. I love bodybuilders. If you do enough of them, you'll notice that your low back will be a little bit sore the following day, because you are putting a lot of pressure on it. And every time you get up from any burpee in general, whether it be a bodybuilder, a 1 pump, 2 pump Navy SEAL, you're doing that sort of a mini deadlift each time. So right there, you're just kind of standing up, do a couple hundred of these, and you're going to be pretty tight in the low back. So always make sure you stretch after these workouts. Sometimes I stretch for 5 minutes after these workouts. Sometimes I stretch literally for 45 minutes. I don't have any kids, no wife, kids, anything like that at all, no girlfriend. So I find myself having a lot of free time, especially in the winter. Right now, actually, while I was filming this workout, I filmed it inside for the sole fact that it's been extremely cold in Alberta lately. It was around -40 for quite a few days. We actually broke a bunch of records. Edmonton broke records, Calgary broke records. There's a whole bunch of cities in Alberta in the last couple weeks that broke a whole bunch of, -43, -42. So it's crazy. So there's no way I'm doing this in my garage, because it's the garage is freezing. So I'm doing it in my basement. It's much warmer down here. But yeah, so after we're going to finish up with these bodybuilders, we're going to go right into the 20 lunges. And again, I'll do them kind of from different angles so that you can see the form that I'm taking for the lunges. And also, when I get into the lunges, it's going to be 20 lunges, not per side, but 20 lunges in total. So each leg, when it goes out, so I'll show you here. So that's 1, so 2, 3, 4, So as you can see, yeah, where my knees are going, my knees are staying, above. My knees are not going way over, way to the side. My knees aren't bending inwards at all. I see people doing lunges, and yeah, their form's all kinds of messed up. So it's really important to do this. And you might not even, you might be doing this for months or maybe a year or so. You're doing lunges and you're like, oh, my knee's fine if your form is terrible. However, after a couple years, or after eventually, you will have knee problems, and you'll be like, man, I don't even know why I have these knee problems. All of a sudden, I start to notice it. And it is because your form in the last however long you've been doing them for has not been the greatest. So always make sure you got the correct form. So that's one set down. We got 3 sets to go. Back to the 1 pumps here. So I was off. I didn't do anything for about 2 weeks. I didn't do any fitness. My diet went right to heck. And yeah, I gained about, let's say about 10 pounds. So I'm about 10 pounds heavier than I like to be right now. So this workout was actually pretty good for me. Something like this I could do probably at a much faster pace if I'm around 180 pounds, but being right now as I am around 191, I can definitely feel it in stomach. I do feel a little bit more lethargic. So the next few workouts, they're going to be not at the same pace that I would normally do them at, although, yeah, I might not even really notice much of a difference, but for me, I notice a big difference. I just feel very sluggish. So it's time to, and it's also cold though, so the extra fat actually keeps me a little bit warmer. I notice when I'm really toned, I'm always cold in the winter. So whether it's minus 40 or minus 10, I always seem to be cold. So again, we're doing the ab smash and the toe touch. That's really good for pacing yourself. If you can do the full push-up on the burpee, stick with the full push-up. If you can't do the full push-up, just go down to a plank position, like a high plank, like a high push-up position, and then come right back up. Done with that, on to the squats. So as you can see for the squats, my knees I'm pushing them outwards. So I see a lot of people when they're doing their squats and their knees are really coming in. They're kind of bowed in a little bit. That is horrible for the knees joint itself. Eventually, you're going to have all kinds of knee problems. So really try to avoid that. Make sure those knees are pushing outwards. If you want to put a rubber band around your knee area so that it's kind of sucking your knees together, and you're always maintaining pressure, outwards pressure on that band, that will help when you first start doing these squats. On to the bodybuilders. So yeah, again, you can do the ab smash. You can not do the ab smash. You can do the toe touch. You cannot do the toe touch. Vary it up. Keep it fresh all the time. I did find that even though I did not do any workouts really for 2 weeks, my shoulders, my low back and all that stuff, it actually felt pretty good. And sometimes, taking a week or so off, as much as I hate taking a week or taking 2 weeks off the gym or whatnot, usually a lot of times that I do come back and I'm actually coming back stronger. Maybe I've gained a little bit of weight. My diet wasn't in check, as when you're on any vacation, your diet usually is like the first one to go downhill. But yeah, I did find that, especially my shoulder, I do have a bit of a pain in the left shoulder sometimes. So taking 2 weeks off, it really helps to kind of have your body have that reset, heal all the little nooks and crannies in your body that if you're working out 5-6 days a week like I normally do, you tend to not let your body heal completely. So For instance, this morning I swam. So I swam about 2 kilometers. Usually it takes me around an hour or so, maybe a little bit less than an hour, depending on the pace I'm going and that. Yeah, I swam about 2 kilometers in the morning at around 6 a.m., 6 to 7 a.m. And then in the afternoon, I will do a couple workouts like this as well. So that's kind of above and beyond what a lot of people will do for their workouts, but that's all right. I feel great for doing that. And at the end of the week, you end up being, you're pretty proud of yourself. Yeah, I got in 2 workouts a day, So not many of your friends are probably going to do that. On to the lunges again here. And again, it's 20 total, not 20 per side. If this is a little bit too slow of a pace for you, feel free to also do the hopping. So hop from left to right to left to right. That's also quite a bit harder. And as you can see with that said, I was doing reverse lunges. You can do reverse lunges where you're standing and then you're doing the lunge in reverse, or you can do the common lunge, which is just stepping forward. So 2 sets down, 2 sets to go. Back in it with the 1 pump burpee. One pumps and 2 pumps. 1 pumps, 2 pumps, and bodybuilders, I think, are burpees that everyone should do. No matter what your fitness is, if you can't do the push-ups, well, that's another kind of story altogether. But 1 pumps I find are great. They're not really much of a workout for your chest, for me anyways. It's a lot more cardio based because you can crank out 1 pumps, you can crank out 51 pumps in a couple of minutes if you want. I actually did a video on that a couple weeks ago, and I believe I did 50, well, they were actually full burpees, so 50 burpees in, it was like 2 minutes and 3 seconds or something like that. So I was actually pretty proud of that because I had not done that before. And again, that video was actually shot after I took a week off. These workouts are also great because you don't need any space, like literally no space at all. Sometimes I go on deployments with friends and coworkers and stuff, and they're like, oh, we don't have a full gym, like, there's no squat rack and deadlifts and there's no bench press and stuff. So they don't really like it so much, but for me, I love it because, I mean, sometimes I've done workouts in my room. Sometimes, you can't think of a workout. What kind of work am I going to do today? And you just don't want to put your brain in action. So you're like, the hell with it. I'm just going to do 500 burpees or, 500 burpees or just something simple like that, right? All you got to do is count 1, 2, 3. So we're back here with squats. Again, my butt is going back and down like you're sitting on a toilet. Your knees are staying above your midfoot to above your toe. Don't have your knees going way further ahead. And again, push your knees out. You can't see from this view, but feel free to put a band around your knees and just put outward pressure on that band to kind of remind you, yeah, okay, gotta have that pressure. Protect the knee joints. It's all about longevity. I don't train super heavy or anything like that. I used to sometimes train super heavy, but those days are long gone. They end up just giving you too many injuries and that, so I choose longevity now. On to the bodybuilders. I've showed a couple friends that are not really into these style workouts, and I've showed some of them, the bodybuilders, the 1 pumps. Navy SEALs tend to confuse people for some reason when they first start doing burpees, but the simple bodybuilder is one of the absolute best. Doing the jump jack at the bottom right there when you're going out and in, that is so great for your abs, your core, your low back, your stability muscle. Like, it's just fantastic. And if you do enough of these, your quadriceps are actually going to be pretty darn sore as well. So you don't realize it, but that hop, the out in, is a great workout for your quads as well. Also make sure that when you're done these workouts, you're always hydrating yourself. I see some people at the gym, they don't really do anything. They never sweat at all. They're there for like an hour and they do maybe 5 minutes of pushing a barbell up and doing a couple curls and stuff. And they've got like a 1 gallon jug of water. That is just so completely unnecessary. As long as you're staying hydrated through the day. For this workout, for instance, it's a little over 20 minutes or whatnot, and I didn't take any drinks, and it is so dry right now this time of year, in the winters, in Alberta, the prairies in general, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, it is so dry. So my lungs were a little bit sore, but because I stay hydrated throughout the day, there's no need to, force yourself to drink water for the 20 minutes or so of the workout. I'll have a little bit before and then after again. So yeah, you can see these ones are going to be the front lunges. You can do kind of a shorter lunge like this. I'm mainly doing this shorter lunge because of the length of the mat, and I'm trying to show you from the side. But you can do a short lunge, you can do a longer lunge. Also depends on your flexibility. And sometimes I've done these and I've kind of lunged to the side and then the other side, and it's sort of like a hockey skates. Yeah, like if you're skating, skiing or skate skiing type thing, that kind of hopping from the side to side is great for the butt itself. 3 sets down, 1 set to go, and we are finished. Hope you like my shorts, my get up. I decided to try and make it as bright as possible today. New shorts, so yeah, try to match. So keep these workouts in mind when you're, if you're ever doing some traveling, you're at home, you're thinking of an excuse not to go to the gym. Heck, you do not need to go to the gym. Just set up a yoga mat in your bedroom or in your living room. Do workouts like these. They're very low impact on your body. You're not loading your joints overly heavy or something for no reason. And they're just going to be great. I thoroughly plan on doing these kinds of workouts well into my 50s, my 60s, and likely my 70s as well. Might not be as many or as fast, but yeah, gotta put in the work. And as you can see, my elbows there, they're coming to a 45-degree angle. Maintain that 45-degree angle. Don't put them right to the sides, like I was doing that for a couple of years, and eventually it really started to kind of aggravate my shoulder. So hands below your shoulders and your elbows coming out at a 45-degree. You can vary it up a little sometimes, put your hands a little bit wider, a little bit more narrow. Don't do the exact same thing all the time because that'll add a little bit of wear and tear as well. But always try to maintain that 45-degree angle. Make sure your elbows don't come just straight out. So we're finished with the 1 pumps into the squats. Again, there, as you can see, I'm really pushing the knees out so the knees aren't caving in. Always finish strong as well. I'm a firm believer in finishing strong. So sometimes, usually the last set that I do, depending on how long and how many exercises there are. Sometimes I'm actually trying to do the last set at the same pace, if not sometimes faster than the first set. On to the last time through for the bodybuilders. We're getting there. No quitting. We're almost done. After the bodybuilders, we got 20 simple lunges and we're all done. If you enjoy workouts like these, maybe this is going to be your only workout of the day. And if it is, heck, that's good, because you're probably doing better than 95% of your friends. But workouts like these, I'm going to do probably around 2 or 3 different ones. So one's going to be 20 minutes, another is going to be 20 minutes, and maybe the last one's going to be 10 or 15 minutes, who knows? But at the end of these, always make sure you, again, stretch. Make sure you stretch. I see so many of my friends, they don't stretch after the workouts, and as they get older, their flexibility is terrible. That leads to, super tight psoas, muscles, their groins are all messed up, their low backs are in pain all the time. And a lot of the times, it's just because we don't stretch them. If you never stretch the muscle, then it's going to end up pulling in a way that your body doesn't want it to pull. Tight psoas again, that's going to pull your back, and your low back and your psoas is kind of fight each other all the time, and then you end up with low back problems and stuff. So I know from experience because I've gone through all of that. Getting close, almost there. We're finishing strong with the lunges. So again, this one will be the reverse lunges. You switch it up, do some front ones, some back ones. I sort of prefer the rear lunges. I just find that I can balance myself a little bit better. I'm not kind of wobbly, I'm a little bit more stable on the reverse lunges, but suit yourself, try. Heck, you can even do side lunges sometimes. Those are also great. Getting there, getting there. Finish strong. You can see I'm struggling a little bit, but that's all right. And we are done. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Again, ensure that you stretch after these workouts. It's also going to speed up your recovery as well. You won't be as sore the following day. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon, and it will alert you to when I post new content. And that is all. If you want to see me do a workout of your liking, post it in the comments, and I'll try that, film that, and I'll post it in a future video. Until next time, have yourself a great day, and bye for now.